Hello, my people. Welcome once again to our space, your space with Mama A, your behavior mentor. How are you doing today? I hope you're striving to change that negative behavior. Last time we looked at behavior generally in our part 1 video on behavior. And we mentioned the behavior picture and how our thoughts, what we think, is the biggest factor on our behavior picture. Remember, your behavior picture includes what you say to yourself, which is the actions, what you tell yourself, the thoughts, your feelings, the emotions that you get as a result of your thoughts or what you say to yourself. Then your body language, how your body reacts. Is it through fists as a result of anger? Or is it through tense as a result of frustration? Today, we shall be looking deeply on thoughts, our thoughts, what we think, and how it affects our behavior. As a young person listening to Mama A right now, it shows that you're ready to change that behavior. And Mama A is here to listen to you and to offer you support or tips on how you can begin to make that step towards positive behavior. Looking at thoughts as the most powerful tool in the behavior picture, we're going to look deeply into it using day-to-day examples. Let's look at how thoughts will affect our actions or affect our feelings or even our body language. This is all what makes the behavior picture and what forms the behavior, whether positive behavior or negative behavior. Let's take, for example, you are in your math lesson and the teacher is teaching. Everyone seems to be listening to the teacher. You also seems to be listening to the teacher. But while you're there, your thoughts are not really a positive one in that lesson. Then suddenly, another student from behind throw a pen at you. Wow, within you, your thoughts will be, the lesson is boring anyway. You take the pen, you throw it back at the person. In the process of your throwing back that pen at that person, the teacher turns around and caught you misbehaving in his lesson. And he comes to you and says, "Come on, Tom. This is an unacceptable behavior. I will not tolerate it in my lesson. You have to stop. Otherwise, you will get a negative point or a detention from me. You don't throw pens around." Then suddenly, you responded to the teacher. "Boy, it's not my fault. It's Mike's fault. Mike threw it at me and I threw it back. And now you're saying I'm going to get detention. You always pick on me. Why do you always pick on me? Then your frustration kicks in. It kicks in and you begin to retaliate. And the teacher tells you to sit down and listen. You refuse to listen. Probably you walk out of the lesson. Or you keep on saying the teacher hates you. And at the end, you get a negative or a detention from that lesson. Let's look at how your thoughts affected your action, your behavior, the full behavior picture. Mike threw that thing at you, and immediately you notice another means, your thoughts going through your head saying, you know what, the lesson is boring anyway. Opportunity for you to distract or to disrupt the learning, and you carry on. Because that is what your thought is telling you, that the lesson is boring and that pen that somebody threw at you is an opportunity for you to start destruction. Your thoughts will be telling you, let's have some fun in this boring lesson. And that is when you threw the pen back at that person. Then as the teacher speaks to you about your inappropriate behavior in his lesson, unacceptable behavior in his lesson, your thoughts begin to say, why me? Why not the person that threw the pen? Remember, the teacher didn't see that person. And because of your mindset, you begin to get angry. You begin to get frustrated. That negative emotion starts kicking in. Your body language will start showing signs of frustration. Maybe you start holding the fist to punch anybody that is next to you. Or you scream at anybody. You pick up your exercise book, you throw it at somebody, and you walk out of the lesson. And all attempts to get you to come and listen to no avail. Because your thoughts, there have been some negative thoughts going through your head. And at that point in time, you could not transfer or replace that negative that negative thoughts with positive one. And as such, your action at the end is unacceptable. You get into trouble. The behavior issue comes in again. And everyone says, he just can't behave. He can't behave. Tom can't behave. That is his behavior. But if you had changed your thought, let's look at a different way that you could have reacted to that. You could have reported Mike to the teacher for throwing pen at you. You could have ignored Mike and carry on. And as the teacher was talking to you, you could have calmly explained to the teacher that Mike threw that pen at you and that you were just throwing it back. The teacher would have said, don't throw that pen back. Next time, tell me first or report to me. You could have just ignored the whole situation and carry on with your work. But no, that thought at the beginning of the lesson or during the lesson that the lesson is boring has been the cause of all the other action. so you can see the link and how powerful your thoughts can be. You can fine-tune your thoughts by making sure that your mindset is positive. In whatever situation you find yourself in your lesson, try and remain positive by thinking about the good things you can get from it. Just focusing on that lesson. Gradually, you will learn something from that lesson. Remember, changing behavior is not a one-day thing. It's not like a magic wand where you stretch it out maybe and you say, wow, the behavior has changed. My behavior has changed. No. Every little step you take will help you. Remember, you are not a bad person. As a young person, you're struggling with your behavior. It's your behavior that needs to be changed. And gradually, with efforts from you and support, you will get there. That is why this space is here as well for us. Drop us a comment. Drop Mama a comment. We will consider and we will look at the comment and we will have a conversation about it. If you're struggling with your behavior, speak up and you will get support. For parents watching or listening right now, there might be some underlying issues to certain behavior. And that is why some people get so irritated easily. Things that other people could endure, they cannot endure it because of the situation in their life. And as such, in order to win them back as young people, we have to gradually begin to put ourselves in their level, understand their situation, and try our best to support. I am talking to you today. I am talking with you and not to you. We are having that conversation to help us with our young ones that is having behavior issues. Our thoughts makes our action. For the young people out there listening or watching, remember your thoughts makes your action. And as such, whatever you do or say is as a result of what is going on in your head. And that is why when it comes to behavior, there is always two worlds to behavior. The quality world and the real world. The quality world contains all the things that are important to you and that you need or you want in life. You might not get it, but it's what is important to you and that is what you need or like or want. Why the real world is the world that you exist in and the things around you of which you are part of. So, lots of things that you say and do, which eventually is what affects your behavior, comes under this real world or quality world. The difference between a quality world and the real world often leads to strong negative feelings like anger, sadness, irritation, fear, the feelings that affect what you do in life, the feelings that affect your actions. Because you want everything to be in your quality world. In your thoughts, you see your quality world. And the real world might be different. And because of that, if the real world is not in your quality world, you find it difficult and you struggle. And then behavioral issues come in. To most people, to most young people, school is obviously part of your real world. It is where you belong. You are part of. The reality is you have to be in school. But some people might consider it as their quality world because they enjoy it most. But it is your real world. You can make it your quality world. You can make school your quality world by making it enjoyable for yourself. No matter how you struggle with your behavior, just know that there is support out there. We shall consider in our next video how you can take control of that your behavior by taking responsibility and step-by-step way to take control of your behavior so that gradually you can begin to change your behavior for the better. Until we come to our space again to have a conversation, I say thank you and bye-bye. Follow me on TikTok as well at mama.a313. See you soon. Bye.